most accurate local forecast starts now with meteorologist Brett Thackeray.
Well, we say good morning, everybody. Great to be with all of you here as we take a look at a dreary city before us here. This is Harrisburg, and the fog, the drizzle, the low ceilings kind of settling in. We do expect scattered showers today, likely our best chance of rain this week. Even some heavy rain this evening in spots. Slow clearing then tomorrow. It doesn't look like it's going to be a nice day, but we'll start to dry out and things turn nicer by the evening and a pleasant Friday ahead. That's still holding in the forecast. But it is cloudy this morning, not only in Harrisburg, but here at Penn Medicine Park in Lancaster, too. We're seeing this front move in with some showers now, mainly to our north and west, getting set to move into State College. This line will sort of reinvigorate itself this afternoon, and then the front kind of stalls out. Remember, it's going to stall out a bit because of Aaron sitting out in the Atlantic, but eventually the front is going to help to push Aaron out to sea. So temperatures are in the 60s across much of the state. Pittsburgh was getting close to 90 yesterday. They are still sitting at 70, but low 60s here, dew points in the low 60s, right? The relative humidity almost at 100%, especially where it is drizzling out. So I do think how it's going to feel later today will also change a little bit more on the muggy side, a little more humid with scattered showers and highs in the upper 70s. Isolated heavy rain this evening and then muggy tonight with a low of 64. So really this forecast, today's forecast has been the trickiest. How much rain are we going to get? A little uncertain on that. Will it be heavy? Will it kind of be like the last few days where it's light? Well, a little uncertain on that too, because it's all about how this front, okay, system number one, interacts with the big hurricane here, system number two, and how they interact and whether or not that this front draws up an in tropical moisture to central Pennsylvania. That remains to be seen, but there are some questions with the forecast. Still, today will be our best chance of rain, so outdoor activities may be limited given the forecast. We do have the front situated here. You could see it nicely, really affecting New York and New England this morning, and then here is Hurricane Aaron, which we will talk about more in just a bit. So if you do have evening practice, somebody's going to get rain, and it could be heavy. So we just want to watch. Now, it's not going to be everywhere. It's going to be fairly isolated, but watch here on Precision Cast. Scattered showers during the afternoon, mainly light, but here's this convergence zone. Wherever this front kind of stalls out tonight, that's who's going to get the heaviest rain. Then we kind of see it wane overnight. Tomorrow, the clouds are going to be stubborn. Late in the day, we get some clearing, and then Friday continues to just look like a 10 out of 10 day as Hurricane Aaron pushes away. So most of us, I would say a half inch of rain or less. Most of us probably far less, but notice again, there are pockets here of yellows and oranges, which would indicate over an inch in very isolated spots, but it could happen. Breezy conditions pick up tonight as the hurricane gets closer, about a 10 to 15 mile an hour breeze on Thursday. But this is still a Category 2 storm. It's just a big one. I mean, this is a massive hurricane taking up a lot of real estate. It still has winds at 100 miles an hour. Pressure, 954 millibars, and then it's moving now at about 13 miles an hour slowly to the north, and then eventually it's going to make that curlicue away from the U.S. as a Category 2 storm tomorrow and head up into the Canadian Maritime. So we won't have the brunt of this to deal with, which is good news. We do have a pretty decent chance of at least a few showers today and maybe some heavy rain in spots. Sunday would be that next opportunity for a few showers and storms ahead of a cold front. So we're going to get back into the 80s on Friday and Saturday. Both look like nice days. Sunday a bit unsettled, and then next week we get cooler again, Allie. Really not all that concerned about the humidity coming back either. It looks to stay in check. It may get a little more muggy later today, but after that, really not bad. So I think the heat and humidity have peaked. Not to say that we can't get a few hot days in September, but for the most part, I think we're past it.
But I remember in years past, schools dismissing early or canceling classes because they didn't have AC.
Yeah.
We don't see anything like that in the horizon.
No, it's very comfortable.
That's good. All right. Thank you, Brett. Let's